Yo, what is good YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys, and we have some breaking news in the NFL. This time out of New York, the football giants have just made an absolute stunning trade, a absolutely crazy, acquisition here for former number 8 overall draft pick back in 2020, Isaiah Simmons. He is on his way to the Giants, who have just made a excellent trade. Now, we knew coming into the last couple of weeks that trades were going to start ramping up, but this one is different. They just stole Isaiah Simmons, like I said, number 8 overall pick a couple years ago, for basically nothing. And now he is on his way to join this Giants team, who already had a great season last year, have already, built a better team from last year, and now they have just gone even better. And the Giants just made a genius rush move here before the start of the season. Isaiah Simmons, a guy who can not only play as a deep safety, but can also come into the box, can rush the quarterback, can play pass coverage, can stop the run. He can do almost everything that you need him to do. He was not utilized correctly here in Arizona, but I think the Giants will do an excellent job making sure he reaches his true potential. And this is, like I said, an absolute steal, a genius move by the front office here in New York, and I want to give them some props. Before we jump into the video and I talk a little bit more about Isaiah Simmons, make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash the like button just so we can get this video to more Giants fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, signings, trades, preseason, regular season, as well as live streaming some games. And hey, I guarantee you we're going to be doing some Giants games this season, especially after, the moves that they're making have just been incredible. So don't you worry, I got you guys covered from here on out. Also, check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys like playing fantasy football, but hate going through start and sit decisions, check out Underdog. Link is in the description. If you want to join a fantasy league with me for this upcoming weekend, make sure you guys comment down below saying you signed up, use my code, and I'll make sure you guys are in the league. But without any further ado, let's get into the start of the video. Now, Isaiah Simmons, like we said, he's 25 years old. He's 6'4", 238 pounds, out of Clemson back in 2020. Only a couple years ago, was a first-round draft pick, number 8 overall. If you would have told me a couple of years ago that the Giants were going to, get a guy of this caliber for a 7th round draft pick, I would have called you an idiot. However, we're sitting here today, and that's our reality. The Giants have just added a versatile monster who is not utilized correctly in Arizona, but will be utilized well here in New York. I can almost guarantee it. They do a good job with their safeties back there. Julian Love had a great season, went on to Seattle. He's going to fit right in here with this team. I mean, I don't really understand how this just happened. Like when it first broke, I was like, how is this even real? But it's real. Over his career, he's played in about 50 games, 258 tackles, 181 of those being solo, 7.5 sacks. 4 of those came from last season. So we already had an uptick of sack percentage coming out of last season. Also, 2 forced fumbles. He has 7 forced fumbles in his career. 3 years, 7 forced fumbles. That is insane. 2 fumble recoveries, 4 interceptions. I mean, dude, the numbers don't lie. He's been very good. Now, he obviously does have some areas where he needs to get better. Obviously, the Cardinals are going to, what seems to be a full rebuild. But I can't not say that this is a steal. I'm not even going to sit here and say it's low risk, high reward. Or it is. It is probably no risk, insane reward. But this is just an A+ move. I don't really know what else to say. You look at this Giants team right now who, had Jason Pinnock, as their starter right now. Pinnock and Dane Belton have been fighting for that, strong safety spot. Isaiah Simmons comes in here and he's a day 1 starter. He's a day 1 contributor. He's a guy who is going to make big-time plays at a big-time level right away. He's going to pair up with Xavier McKinney. You got Trey Hawkins, who's breaking out the 6th round draft pick. You got Deontay Banks, Dory Jackson, and suddenly, he can even move into the nickel. I know they wanted a nickel corner, and they had Dory Jackson playing nickel, but Isaiah Simmons is a guy who can also play nickel as well. So if they wanted to move Dory Jackson back to the outside receiver or corner with Deontay Banks or with Trey Hawkins, they could do that now. They don't have to, keep him in the slot. Or if you want to, start Jason Pinnock at strong safety and Xavier McKinney, again, Isaiah Simmons can step into a cornerback role. If you want to have your 3 cornerbacks be Hawkins, Deontay Banks, Adoree Jackson, you can put Isaiah Simmons at safety. You can put Xavier McKinney right next to him. I mean, it makes them so much more versatile. It makes them a better football team, and this is an absolute steal in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this is a come up like I do, or do you guys think this is maybe, Isaiah Simmons is a guy who might not even make the team or something like that? What do you guys think? In my opinion, this is a steal. You don't get a former number 8 overall pick for a 7th round pick too often. It just doesn't happen. You don't see it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified not only every time we go live for a game, every time we post a video. I got you guys covered. And like I said, I'm going to be covering the Giants all offseason long. I'm going to be, streaming some of their games. I want to see how this team plays. I mean, they're so improved, so much better than last year, and they were good last year. So that's saying a lot. So join the family. Check out Underdog Fantasy if you guys want to play in some fantasy leagues with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.